Let's go! Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Tuesday dev stream. My name is Zach. I'm our marketing coordinator here at Once Upon a Galaxy. We're going to play some live lobbies. We're going to have some fun. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Going to be a good day. I am fresh, revived from vacation, as are most of our devs, back hard at work after an amazing mid-month patch. So let me kick down our volume here on our music just a hair for myself. Perfect. All right, let's see if we can get a live lobby right out of the gate. Would be real nice. Get our stream kicked off. Lobby code is JYV4. JYV4. We'll probably start here in just a couple minutes. I hope everybody's doing all right. We got a lot of things going on in the world of Once Upon a Galaxy. Namely, we have Gen Con coming up next week. I'm going to be pounding the table for Gen Con. We will be there on the pavement there in Indianapolis. Same place as last year. If you don't know where that is, if you go to the events hall, we are essentially right between the events hall and the exhibition hall with all the booths. Come say hi. We'll be there in full force. It'll be a lot of fun. Come meet Matt. Come meet Parney. Come meet all the other devs that will be there. It's going to be a good time. It looks like people are a little bit slow coming into the game here. I'm gonna go ahead and fire, and we'll play a little bit of an async kind of game, and then we will rehost lobbies once probably Yuck's stream is over and he goes and raids us, which should be anytime soon. Hope y'all can hear me all right. Had to move my microphone around. All right, let's see here. We have Sir Galahad, Maximus, and Trash Panda. I'm a big fan of the Trash Panda. So let's rock and roll with our old friend Trashy here. So I'm going to take Puck here. I do this because one of the early common treasure questers is going to be Jealous Stepsisters, and Puck helps us complete that. Didn't get a Jealous Stepsisters, so I'm just going to take a Rose here, just boost the rest of our team for the rest of the game. Its low stats don't matter as much when you already have a Puck. Unfortunately, lose half a heart there because of Jack in the Box, but not too big a deal. Okay, Aladdin is good. That'll help us get to silver or common treasures faster. Evil Stepmother, also another good quester. Now the question is, would I rather have a 2-3 or a 3-3? I think the difference between 6 and 5 power is not much, so I'm going to keep the 3-3 out just in case. Doesn't look like it's particularly going to matter. We easily clean that up, get us our heart back. There's our nice Aladdin. Okay, so now we have to determine between 2 luckier chests, a star shield, and a Captain's Cutlass. So, if we take the lucky chests, it means that we're likely going to get a common, gold, or quest complete next. So, it's probably going to represent a rare treasure. Do we really want a rare treasure at this point? Not sure. Otherwise, it's either going to be 10 attack or 10 health in the first slot. Both are actually pretty good. Usually I'm not a big fan of Star Shield over Captain's Cutlass as a 1 of, but as a 2 of, this means it's going to probably survive almost everything. Hey, thank you for the raid, Yuck. Welcome, everybody. Is there a place to report bugs? There is. Go ahead and head over to our Discord. Let me see if I have our command up here. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and head over to our Discord. We have a bugs channel there. Our devs will make sure to flag that down and make sure it gets fixed. I'm going to take the Jealous Stepsisters here. Slot her over there. Ooh, a Cowardly Lion with the double slot. Don't mind if I do. I am something of a coward myself. There we are. Uh-oh, invalid Discord invite. Okay, I will update that here. Give me just a second. I'll get you a valid Discord invite. Go ahead and try that Discord invite. That'll get you into the Discord. I'll update that command later. Looks like we completed our quest. Nice and fun. Ooh, I do like double Relic of Antiquity. It's a little early to be taking a secret map, simply because we have to wait 8 more turns. So this is going to do quite a bit of stats pretty quickly, and it enables us to quickly complete a ship shape inspector later, which something you'll know if you watch me play at all is that I like to complete ship shape inspector very, very often. Okay, we get our gold there. Okay, so we're in another position here. It's like, do we want 2 times Lesser Mimic? So I love Lesser Mimic. I love taking it. But you do have to be careful because I don't want to copy another common. I would rather have 2 copies of whatever the higher rarity thing is. We're almost certainly going to complete this quest. So do we want to have 2 copies of whatever this uncommon treasure is? Or 3 copies of it? It's not bad. Is it better than Breadcrumbs and Wand of Anger? Probably. So I'll do that. Oh, we do have to be careful here. So now we want to not complete Evil Stepmother if possible before Cowardly Lion is completed. Which means we might just replace her. We'll see. Okay, no risk there. Cowardly Lion didn't survive an attack, which is tough. Okay, Mama Bear is better than Puck at this stage. Ooh, see, this is where I'd really like to take this, but I cannot. That's okay. We will take the Ann Bunny. Make sure we get all of our slot buffs here. Ooh, and we lost a heart there. Okay, Pumpkin Spice Latte. Pretty free. Uh-oh. I would like to take both of these silvers, but I literally cannot. Okay, what do we want to do here? I think I'll just cast Twinkle Twinkle. We'll see. We'll try to go all in on this and see if we have some hearts to spare, so it's not too big a deal. I do like the Karma Chameleon, so we'll drop that there. Again, usually your slot 4s tend to have a better chance to hunt than slot... I guess I could have put it in slot 2, but... Look at that. We got it. Oh, and we got an Iron Cash Dragon. Feels great. There we go. Our quest is complete on Cowardly Lion. Oh, man. Okay. So, 3 times Gemstone Caverns is pretty crazy with the Mama Bear. That goes pretty hard. Ring of the Magus is decent. I don't have a ton of mages right now, so it's probably not going to do quite enough. And Achilles High-Tops, if we had a hero, would be an insane number of stats. I think because we don't have a hero, we have to take the Gemstone Caverns. So there we go. Triple Gemstone, or Gemstone Gardens rather, not Gemstone Caverns. Okay, yeah, I'll just get the gold here. Okay, I'm going to get the Dwarven Cart pretty good with our Trash Panda, because any common we end up getting is going to... we're going to get 2 of them. Okay, so I can finally replace the Evil Stepmother, and I get to complete her quest. Now is, I think, a good chime for this lucky chest. Because then if the Dwarven Cart pops off, we're going to end up with... what is that? A rare and an epic. So we'll have an epic that we'll get to pick from there. All right. Into turn 8. I kind of want to take the silvers over any of the spells, but I do want to try to get Iron Cash Dragon. This is fucking perfect. Excuse me. Got too excited there. All right, so doubling cube is really good. Doubling all my things. I don't know with Wonderbox because I have the Iron Cash Dragon. Look at that, immediately rewarded with the giant growth. That is solid. It's gonna giant growth that. We're gonna probably replace this at some point. So I guess we'll do this because we have the triple gemstone gardens. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be in the home run stretches here of... What I meant is that the oh, it should be because this is discover. Yeah, it still discovers a treasure, which means you get to pick. We found it. We found the epic anyway, so it didn't quite matter. Let's just respin this shop. Yeah, we'll respin this shop. We'll respin this shop. Well, okay. I do like Sir Francis Drake, so I think I'm gonna grab that. That can replace this one. That'll go in the first slot. I really miss the old mechanical dragon. The dragon claws used to be commons, so they would be copied with Trash Panda. They are now, unfortunately, they are rares for various reasons, and they're still good. This is still my favorite card. We need to probably keep the animals. Is this better than... Yeah, this will be better than that, I think. Probably not going to matter too much. I wouldn't be surprised if this mechanical dragon never dies. Okay. Achilles High Tops, Genie's Lamp, and Lich's Heart. Well, I'll take the Lich's Heart. We're just going to have all the hearts. Again, we'll just Lost in the Woods, free value. Sir Francis Drake, perfect. Ooh, Eureka! We only have one mage, so we're only going to get one bonus shop out of this, but... Excellent. Showing those nice, quick, snappy animations that we all know and love. Ooh, that's quite good. I do like the sneak range. I don't think it's necessary, but... Obviously, the Mockingbird is also pretty good. Let's just keep casting our spells. Get all of our common treasures. Okay, Royal Invitation Sword or Pixie Dust. I don't really have any Fays. We do have Wormscale Tinker in the deck, so I think I'll take the Pixie Dust just in case we run into that, as if we need to win harder. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. Double Masterwork Scrolls, nice. Drafty Window. Sure, we'll take the Ann Bunny here. We don't have any recruit abilities that we still want. I mean, we want more common treasures, right? We're going to run out of common treasures pretty quickly here, but this is pretty good. So we'll grab that. We'll just Lost in the Woods, get a respin. Ooh, I love me a Flopsy. Okay, so Flopsy's probably better than... we'll do it better than the Ann Bunny. Yeah, we're just kind of in cruise control. This Flopsy's going to be silly and good. The question is our Francis Drake going to die if we don't? I think I do this just to make sure we maximize our Flopsy buff. And he's probably not going to die, so he's still going to get to his hunt. There it is. There's our first lobby. Done and dusted. All right, let's see if we can get any number of y'all in here. If you guys want to come play. Our lobby code is MTVP. We're the premium MTV here in our live lobby. Welcome, Band of Timmy's Fun Club. Always got to remember to stay hydrated. Yeah, does premium MTV play music videos? I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question. This MTV, no, but they play Once Upon a Galaxy. That's what this lobby does. Welcome, Plumerant. 3 more slots for anybody who wants to join. As always, big shout out to the free use music I use, which is called We Have a Tripod on YouTube. I'll go ahead and drop a link for them. They offer royalty-free music, rock and roll, and other things, which I really, really appreciate. Lets me have some music to listen to while respecting artists and their copyrights. All right. I think we'll give it another 2 minutes and then we'll fire. Can you hear music? Interesting. Let me kick that up. One more minute and we will be firing. Yeah, get in here, Alexis. Let's do it. If anybody else is on their way, feel free to drop it in the chat and I will wait for you. Otherwise, we'll probably fire once Alexis gets in here. There they are. Perfect. And we're firing. Alrighty, chat. So, of the 3 new captains that were introduced, which ones are your favorites? I have been having a ton of fun with Charon. That is quickly becoming one of my favorite captains. Geppetto, King Midas, or Wizard Headmaster. You know, I've been a sucker for some King Midas gameplay recently, so I'm going to try him. Let me see my deck list. Yeah, it seems fine. We're going to rock and roll. Well, the more the merrier, Alexis, of course. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we'll get ourselves a baby dragon. Pix and Thorn are the ones I usually grab pretty early. They're not as good with Midas, not only because they're smaller status, you're likely to lose this first full heart on the first fight, but you also only get the recruit abilities twice versus 3 times. Grab the Evil Stepmother, try to get our questers on. Okay, Laser Shark. Yeah, we'll do Jealous Stepsisters. What do we want to do here? We'll order them like this. Wouldn't be shocked if we lose our half a heart here. First couple shops not conducive to regaining it, it looks like, but yeah, especially with the flying monkey, it's a tough beat. But all right, there's our Jealous Stepsisters. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the lucky chest here since we were completing a thing immediately. And now we get to, yeah, let's go ahead and get the Royal Invitation out here. We can Billy Bones it up. This Laser Shark isn't particularly good, so I don't really know where to put it, but it'll go here for now. We'll see if it matters. Wouldn't be shocked if we lose another half a heart. Yeah. That's okay. We can recover. Interesting. Well, we already have all of our questers currently on board done. This is not a particularly good treasure select for us. I think I'm going to take the one with the highest upside for us, which is going to be this Potion of Treasure Finding. Always take a pumpkin spice latte. I don't care if it's spring or summer. Okay. Okay. I think I'm either taking Dracula's Fangs here or Pixie Dust. The prize pick is pretty good if you have some things to set up for it. I don't think we're quite set up to really use this and take advantage of that. Dracula's Fangs is just a lot of stats over the time, which is really good. We don't really have any Fae, so I guess I'll just take Dracula's Fangs. We don't have Wormskill Tinker in this list, so we don't have to worry about that too much. So this is a little bit of an awkward shop. I kind of want to just take the spell, but I think I have to improve my board with some of the stats. So I'm going to take Baby Bear here. Importantly, I'm going to go ahead and get our back row with these slot buffs. Again, that way if we find Ship Shape Inspector, it's much easier to get the front slots buffed overall. Okay. Goodie bag is very goody. Bag. Huh, do I want a Hungry Hyena? Or do I want to take a random spin? Hungry Hyena is not bad because we'll start to get all of our buffs, but it's not a very big statted thing. Okay. Boon Willow is decent. It buffs those back slots again, but then it'll end up improving my front row, which is nice. I could just take the Navi, digging for... I'm going to take the Navi. It doesn't heal anything now, but we would love to get to a gold Navi to reheal this heart that we lost. I find that with Navi, I want to be a little bit more proactive in when I take her, as it pays off down the road. So that was perfect. So now we have only one slot that doesn't have a buff. So we can easily fix that here just by, ooh, like that. Do I want to do that or just move Baby Bear over for a turn? I guess none of these others are particularly great, so I'll just do this for a turn and just immediately get this. Alrighty, so because we had our Potion of Treasure Finding, we get to get an Epic Treasure. I think we're going to go with bronze, or doubling the bronze sets. Fairy Pancakes gets out of hand pretty quickly and is really good, especially because we're going to have plus 10 attack onto a thing, so it'll be plus 20 attack essentially. Ooh, no hunt on Billy Bones there. A little bit rough. And it looks like we're going to lose half a heart here. Okay, Mockingbird is pretty good. I think we can replace... Actually, do we want Mockingbird or do we want Scar? I think we want Scar because of the Fairy Pancakes. Notably, Scar triggers whenever any of your characters hunts. So sometimes you put him in the front because he has a hunt ability. I'm actually going to slide him to the back because I want to leave Billy Bones up here. So a baby dragon here, gold baby dragon here is kind of nice. Getting a common treasure is nice. But I think I really want this Iron Cash dragon. It's big stats and it gives me the ability to get more and more common treasures just by casting spells when I have shops that maybe aren't particularly great. I do want to find a bounty contract. Bounty contract with Scar is really good. Okay, good. We got the hunt there from Billy Bones. Okay, we'll take this other quester. That seems pretty good. So it's like, do we want the common treasure or do we want the rare treasure? I think we're going to take the rare treasure. Interesting. Mask of Infinite Rage, Crow's Nest, or Gravity Well. Well, we're turn 8. So I've noticed most turns, and I don't have numbers to back this up, but I feel like most games of mine go to like, if they're going to go long, they go to like turn 14 or so. That means that Gravity Well is only going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. I think it only gives us 15 to the board. So that's just not particularly great. Compare that to, say, Mask of Rage, where it's going to give us plus 5 attack to everything right away. And if we're losing hearts and we're lasting anyway, this is going to get bigger. All right, Alexis. Let's see what you got. Yeah, Gravity Well does get buffed by Energizer and Wormskill. I actually take Gravity Well a lot. Usually it has to be in an earlier turn than turn 8. I think at turn 8 it's just maybe a hair too late. I also don't have a Wormskill Tinker in my deck. I just don't think I've unlocked it for King Midas. I haven't played King Midas a ton. Okay, so Merlin is pretty good. The question here is, if I take Merlin, where am I putting him? And I don't think I have a good clean spot to put him in right now because I'm trying to get this quester done. Nessie is just a bucket of stats, which is nice. It's possible Billy Bones has outlived his welcome, but I want to continue to do this just at least a little bit. So I think I'm just going to get those common treasures. Okay, now I think I'm going to move off because I'd rather get this will end up being a secret rare treasure when all is said and done, and we should be able to complete it fairly quickly at 72 or at 56 health and 72 power. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Took Boomerang down there. Okay, this is also pretty close to complete. Ooh, I do like me a good old Captain Hook. I think I'm going to take the Skeletor because we're getting real close to completing all of our quests here. Man, this one's a little awkward. I don't think I have anything I want to take to complete the board. Just casting Twinkle Twinkle isn't particularly what I want to do. We don't have a lot of slot buffs going on. Okay, I think I'm just going to take the Wizard just to take the Wizard. We didn't have a dragon either to try to get Skeletor up. Can I get to 100 another way? I cannot. So we'll have to wait a turn. Making sure my stats all line up. Actually should probably do this because now it's going to be completed on anything. We can go all in on Goodie Bag. It just depends on what we're going to get for our spells. I really want to get these secret rare treasures, and then we can replace these and kind of go all in. Cleaned up that fight pretty cleanly. Alrighty. I have to not get confused with what I had last game. So we have nothing that cares really about character types. Plus 1000 sword is just a lot of attack with the goodie bag, which is probably good. Ring of Power is also pretty good. So it would give goodie bag that plus 50 right away at the start of the next fight. I think I'm gonna get the 1000 sword. It's just very solid. I'm gonna get Hand of Midas. Let's just keep trying to get all of our treasures here. Okay. This Nessie came back around. Bunyan's Axe should let Goodie Bag trigger twice. So I think that's good enough. Ooh. I do like me some Burninator. It's kind of hard to pass up this gold, but I think Burninator is very, very powerful. And in fact, actually, we're gonna cheat for just this time, just to make sure this completes. Get us our next secret rare treasure. Ooh, there is a Hydra. So we lost half a heart, but we completed our quest. We get all three of these. Nice. So Bottled Starlight, Dublin Cube, and the Trifork. So with the Trifork, we don't necessarily need Burninator. Sorcerer's Mop seems great. Let's make sure we put that in slot 5. We get Melody's Loot, then Jack the Beanstalk, then Sword of Light and Shadow. This is actually one of those times where it actually matters what order you pick them in, so make sure you pick the Melody's Loot first. Yeah, we're going to go 3 bags full. Because again, we're just, at this point, we're just getting all the treasures we can. We'd love to find another summoner. That would be fantastic here. But I think our board is popping off, as we would say. Ooh, that Flopsy was going to start to scale, but we got Band of Timmies pretty good there. Guess we'll just take the larger statted Burninator. Gingerbread Oven, Statue of Olympus, Trident of the Tides, Gold Goodie Bag. Yeah, Goodie Bag is the champion of the people here. We get our Santa's Cookies, Gravity Well, and Widow's Web. At this point, we are just going to be flexing. Let's see if Alexis can find some scam to keep us from popping off here. But we're going pretty strong right now. I always see the golf ball in Nessie's art, and it looks like a star. And I'm like, why is that star glowing a little brighter? Oh, no, it's Nessie's golf ball. Fancy new dragging animations. Looking good. Yeah, the plus 1,000 sword on Goodie Bag is pretty strong. We got really rewarded for taking Burninator because those first couple treasures that we found were really, really powerful. It really helped us speed here to an exponentially large board. What captain do I like in terms of lore and flavor? That is a good question. Let me think here. I've been a really big fan of what we've done with Hades. We've been coming up with some lore things behind the scenes. That one was a lot of fun to work with. And so we have some things coming for set 2 that should be a lot of fun and might have some secrets in there. I'm going to take Flopsy because why not have even bigger things? But I'll say I wrote the lore in our newsletter for Silversmith, and I think that one came out really, really well. Yeah, our Nightbot is being a little bit zealous. I'll probably have to tune it down just a little bit. It just doesn't like all caps, so sorry about that. What a laser shark! Oh, man. Okay. GG. GG, Alexis. Yeah, the double laser shark. Quite powerful. Well, see, I mean, we got to final turn of 14, so my math there on the well was correct. Alrighty, let's get us another lobby going. We have 9QXU. 9QXU. But yeah, as for lore and flavor, the other thing I like about Silversmith is it's one of our unique characters. So, you know, it's one of our original characters, and when its art was handed to me, I was told, have fun with it. You get to decide those things. So that was a lot of fun to write for that and come up with the lore for Silversmith. Hello, Shishimi. Hello, Plumerant. 3 more slots. Yeah, might as well plug again. Let's plug for Gen Con. Anybody who's going to be in the Annapolis area. Oh, no, it won't ready for you. Try to back out of the lobby and rejoin, and I'll wait for you. But yeah, so Gen Con next week. If you're in the Indianapolis area and you're going to be going to Gen Con, please come say hi to us. We're going to be in the event hall. We are right at the border of the event hall and the exhibition hall where all the booths are at. Come by, say hi to us. We're going to be playing lots of games of Galaxy, meeting and greeting. Again, Matt Place will be there. Parney will be there. I will be there. Yuckmouth will be there. It's going to be a good time. And if you're not in the area, stay tuned. We have lots of cool things coming down the pipeline that we'll probably be showing off and sharing over those times. So feel free to go and go to our Discord, and we'll have things posted there. We'll also have things posted probably into the new subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/play Galaxy. Oh, that's a bummer, Shishimi. We'll make sure to report that to the... Go ahead and report that in the bugs channel, and we'll make sure we get that looked at and see if we can figure out what's going on there. We'll give it 2 more minutes. Anybody else who wants to join can feel free to join. Yeah, we'll say 1 more minute. We'll go at 37. Alrighty, we're going to try to fire here with our 3 people here. Septoman and Plumerant. Let's get it in. Alrighty, our captain choices are Princess Animal, Maximus, and Sir Galahad. It's interesting. I like all of these captains. I think I'm going to go with Maximus. I feel like I don't see a lot of people playing him. His ability is, I think, one of my favorite kinds of abilities on a captain, which are abilities that reward you just for playing normally. So you're not really building around trying to do his thing. His thing just kind of happens. The benefit of that is I feel like you make better decisions sometimes because you aren't focused on like trying to force spells with Wizard Headmaster or villains with 3 witches. Right, it gives you a broad open scope to kind of just pick what is best and keep rolling from there, and you can lead to some really fun games that maybe you weren't necessarily set out trying to do, which I think is always great. All right, we got to trade here evenly with Geppetto. Having this summon was good because it'll tick down our abilities pretty quickly. I guess I'm going to take Underdog here. Well, we got to trigger the Underdog, but we still lost half a heart here. That golden Despicable Me is going to be scary pretty soon. Well, Elven Tools is good with the Jack-in-the-Box. I think I just need stats, so I'm going to take the Minotaur. Perfect. I think this is exactly where we want to be at. Is now I can take a Billy Bones, get it rolling. I always find the trick with Billy Bones is that you need to know when to pull the triggers to get off of him. Because he's pretty decent at getting you a kind of a 50-50 shot to have some pretty big stats early. But if you hold on to him for too long, it gets out of hand. Okay, I am a sucker for this Karma Chameleon. And I kind of want to replace the Underdog anyway. But again, we're going to do this, since this is the biggest slot. apparently. And 2 may not be able to hunt anything in this in slot 4, but there's a chance we can weaken something, especially with the Jack in the Box. The answer is no, but that's okay. Alright, we'll grab a Sapphire Breathing Dragon. Ooh, and a Mama Bear. Okay. See, this is where I'm going to pivot off of it, and we're going to do this. So this will end up getting both these slots buffed, so Karmic Chameleon will be able to hit for a little bit harder. And then I always like the range in slot 1. Bring back Nesting Doll. I had a lot of fun with Nesting Doll, but I agree. It just ended up being a little too much. Hopefully we'll revisit that kind of design idea at some point and see if we can find a good balanced version of it. But thanks for the shout out there, Zodrek74. Okay. So we're still just chilling. We're still at full hearts. Man, not a great shop overall. Ooh, Silver Karma Chameleon, that's pretty good. Ah, okay, so this I think is an easy ship shape inspector to enable here. Again, we'll move our Karma Chameleon to the first slot. Make sure slot 1 gets its buff. That'll trigger this. And we got our hunt off. That was the best of all worlds there for us. Taking down this Geppetto. Okay, so turn 7 Gravity Well. So it's a little bit more than we said last time. Last time I think we got up to 15, so that means it's going to be plus 6, I think is what we'd said. So that's going to be, I think, plus 21 to the board. So about 100 stats in total from the Gravity Well. That's probably pretty good. Luckier Chest is really good if we're about to get something higher. We do have this Silver Iron Cash Dragon, so the answer is maybe. And that gets us into a secret rare treasure. It's probably this. Galactic Rock, I really love. But again, if we think we're going to have 6 more turns, this is going to get us 3 treasures. I don't think that's good enough. So we'll go with the luckier chest. We're going to take the gamble. Silver Navi, I'm going to drop it here because it's just bigger. Sure, we'll just start getting some of our treasures here. Well, this shop is awful. I think we just take the rose. Well, unfortunately that Midas Touch won't get us the epic treasure. We're done with the Mama Bear, so I will Fairy Dragon now. Only giving Treasure Hoard 1 to the guys in front, but hopefully that'll go and get pretty big pretty quickly. Alright. Even trade there from Septimin. Okay, so we want to make sure our slot 1 gets this buff, so we move our Iron Cash Dragon to slot 1. We cast the Fire's Fairies. Ooh, the Lesser Mimic there is really good. Really good. So we need to make sure we get this epic as our treasure. That way it becomes a secret rare, and then we'll get a copy of whatever secret rare we want. I think we're cooking, chat. I think we're cooking. Yeah. Taking out the Professor Who's Who's. Interesting. I think I take the Scarecrow, because if we don't find the rare version or the gold version of Iron Cash Dragon anytime soon, this guarantees us that that epic treasure. Same thing with Magnificent. So I think we just keep doing this, and we're just gonna keep digging. I'm moving the Jack-in-the-Box here to the back to try to play around some amount of scam. Things like Medusa and things like that. Ooh, there's a Worm Scale Tinker. Okay, Frankenstein's Doctor is decent, but I don't think it's better than just having the Iron Cash Dragon, so I'm just gonna take it to get this the treasure hoard. Fortunately, we're still on 2 shops, so the Scarecrow might not trigger next turn if we don't find a gold or a silver character or a Lost in the Woods. Ooh, we're gonna take full heart damage here. That is tough, but we have some hearts to spare, so I think we'll be okay. Double, double. Toil and trouble. Okay. I want to take the double, double, but we need to complete this quest, actually. So, take the Frankenstein's Doctor. And then no matter what we take here, we'll complete this quest. So I think we'll take the Kraken. We can easily put it over top of this. All right, here we go. So plus 1,000 sword times 2. So that's... I feel like it's almost redundant because you don't necessarily need the second 1,000, but the first 1,000 is pretty good. Bottled Starlight is like banking that we're going to win. And I like the confidence. And plus 60 to the board is pretty good. Doubling cube is insanity if we can find some golds. But we've been struggling to do that so far. And it's not an immediate help. I'm going to be confident. We're going to win. Let's get 2 times Bottled Starlight. It also gets buffed by the Worm Scale Tinker, so it'll continue to get bigger too. Whereas the other double doesn't do that. Okay. Hey, there's our gold. I didn't even calculate for our commander. That's a good thing here. So we don't necessarily need Nessie on the board. So we're just going to throw this back. Hand of Midas seems good. Again, at this point in the game, I just want to get as many treasures and things as possible, especially with this Worm Scale Tinker. Golden Fountain is good. I just realized this Kraken is like in the wrong spot. Ooh, Smug is very good. I think I want Smug. What am I replacing for Smug? Probably the Kraken. His hunt ability isn't actually that good on our current board because we want Jack-in-the-Box in the front row. All right. Full heart damage there on Plumerant. Ooh, Sorcerer's Mop. Ooh, piece of candy. I think I'm okay with Iron Cash Dragon going away. Because we're just not looking for spells. Oh, man. Got me some Tiamat Claws. Yeah, we want this KO star. Seems good. I sort of want to take the Guinevere, but the downside of taking Guinevere is that I have to replace something. It could be Magnificent, although she's so large. And she's a dragon. I don't want to replace the Jack-in-the-Box because doubling up those stats is good. Tinker is just going to continue to do work, though we could be late enough that like we're okay with Tinker having already done its job. I could Grotto on Sorcerer's Spyglass or Sorcerer's Mop. I'll do that. A little bit more power here. Man, that animation is so satisfying to see Worm Scale Tinker just like across your treasures. All right. Despicable Shmee. What happened there? Why? Because legendary. That's funny. Okay, so what happened there was that Smug says that your left treasure is always legendary. So with the lucky chest, it ended up becoming a doubling cube, which is just absolute gas for us. Sorcerer's Mop is now huge. Yeah, we'll just keep getting all the legendaries. We'll get Hunter's Horn because the doubling on there has potential. I could have gotten the Crow's Nest action to make this bigger, but whatever. Ooh, we got to get rid of Septimin pretty quickly here because that Flopsy's going to do some serious work. All right, G-Man. Okay, we'll take Dragon's Crown. This is going to buff 3 things on our board. Yeah, let's just make our bronze character bigger. Okay. Golden Jack is going to be fine. Let's get the bounty contract. Why not? I should have probably taken the immediate stats from the sword. You always take Starlight unless you know 100% you're dying. Yeah, I like Starlight. I do think it depends on what secret rares are also in that selection and how confident I am I'm going to win. I'll say if I'm on stream like I am today, I'm always taking it because you just always do it for the content. Always be brave. But yeah, I do take it a lot. It's very good. And there it is. GG Septimin. Got to turn 15 there, so one above what I feel like my late game average tends to be. That was a sweet game. This is what I like to do. Smug, Wormscale Tinker, all the good stuff there. I was shocked that this Jack in the Box lasted the whole run, but again, sometimes you just get a good summon and then you get that early Puppeteer's tools and then your Jack just is good enough. Wish you could have seen our Jack size at the end on this screen, but probably in a future update we'll do that. All right, let's get us another game. Yeah, I hope you can get to us, Shishimi. Our new lobby is GAPY. We're getting gappy up in here. Hey, look at that. It worked. Welcome, Shishimi. Welcome, Hazard. Welcome, Plumerant. 2 more slots, folks. GAPY if you would like to play. Alrighty, we're going to be firing at 11:55, so that's in 2 minutes. 11:55 for me. I'm on the West Coast there. On the best coast in the early time slot. So at 55 we will fire. Currently 2 slots available. If anybody else wants to hop in, if you're on your way, let me know in the chat and I will wait for you. Hopefully we can find some of the new captains. I'm very excited to play them. I'll be curious to know what chat's feedback is on some of the new features that got added. Do you guys like the reroll option? We don't have it currently in live lobbies, but how are you guys feeling about an async? What am I playing on? I am currently playing on Steam. We have a Steam build that is going to be released very, very soon, and by very, very soon, I mean, believe me, very, very soon. Go over to Steam and wishlist it. You can also pop over to the Discord. We have a spot there if you would like to request a Steam code. We can easily get you in. Yeah, we are a primarily mobile game, but we will have a Steam client, and it has all this big, beautiful art. It is very much made for PC. It's going to be awesome. All right, we are firing. All right, Shishimi, Plumerant, and Hazard, let's get it in. Let's get after it here. All right, we have Mr. Lamppost, Jason of the Argonauts, and Dorothy. So it's funny, when I'm chasing MMR, I tend to like to take Dorothy, because I love getting all those early questers anyway, and getting extra treasures is good. But I am a sucker for Jason of the Argonauts. Just verify. Yeah, seems good. Let me check to see what cards I have that I might have unlocked recently. See if we get any of my faves. Nope, they're all pretty much there. All right. Most of them checking for like Wormscale Tinker and other things. I like playing with those. All right, we'll grab us a Thorn. So the goal with Jason is to take as many turns as possible. Ooh, okay. Take as many turns as possible. In order to take as many turns as possible, you need to survive. That's the name of the game. So we tend to try to take large statted things. Try not to take too many risks if able, especially early on. We'll see how that impacts us overall. This said the last patch had a lot of improvements. The trigger consolidation, reroll, new captains are all nice. I even just had the feedback about dragging captains back up to the reselect. That got fixed. I assume that was already planned before I mentioned it. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we're glad folks are enjoying it. Again, our dev team is working real hard to make lots of improvements they can to the game. It's possible I should have taken Laser Shark there, because Laser Shark in slot 1 is a little bit less greedy than this Plunder Penny, but never punished. Oh, and we get our treasure off of it. Sick. Okay, so again, potion of treasure finding not super relevant. Secret map is obviously good if we know we're going to live to turn 12, but it's turn 3. I think I'm just going to take the Wand of Anger, potentially. Because I'm going to be casting spells because of the Plunder Penny. Love me a good Chaos. Ooh, this is tough. I think I got to take Chaos here because I want the spell. But Morgan is a good spell payoff, too. I think I got to go with Morgan. And then we cast our Spoonful of Sugar there on Plunder Penny. Get Morgan over to slot 4. I agree. Taking the Plunder Penny on Jason is I just can't help myself with this card. Look, we got a Zagreus as our first captain when we're at full hearts. The Chaos came back around. Sometimes when you just feel it, you just feel it. Okay, so I recruited Chaos to board here over a bigger character because I'm hoping to eventually find a Mushroom Ring. And if I find a Mushroom Ring, Chaos is amazing because he gets you a free spell every time he's KO'd. We're going to Silver Moon the Plunder Penny. Mostly my early buffs kind of all go onto the Plunder Penny just to make sure that she can continue to hunt. Well, not looking too good for us here. Only lost half a heart, though. Acceptable. Interesting. So I want to cast this Pekka Pickle Peppers. But it's debating who I'm doing it on. I kind of want to do it on Morgan because she's both a mage and a villain. Which I feel like might increase my chances of finding Chaos again. Whereas if I do it on Plunder Penny, there's a chance that I get Pirates, which I don't really want. I'm also considering, to save hearts, I might flip my thing here and just take my Plunder Penny attacks or hunts by happenstance when I get them. Okay, I'm going to take a Pan Shadow here. Reason I'm taking Pan Shadow is because it increases the buff here on Morgan. And I think it's good to scale that buff when you can. This was an excellent turn sequence for us. Okay, so we're nowhere close to Shipshape Inspector, so I think I'm just still casting my spells here. We're starting to get to that point with Plunder Penny where it can be easy to overcommit to her as well, so I'm liking that we're switching to Morgan here. As you saw, that Spoonful of Sugar was already a +4/+4, which is pretty decent. Alright. We're going to take this little guy and see what, how many times our opponents can attack into him. I just keep saying I really love Lightning Thief, and it's exciting to see y'all design more complex, but still totally intuitive captains. I agree. I played a couple games earlier today just for making some content and stuff like that, and man, Lightning Thief has some fun plays. It's a lot of interesting dynamics where you're trying to figure out what you want to cast when. All right. Well, we got one attack into our fill, though. I don't think we're going to... Yeah, take full heart damage. Okay. Well, we get a rare treasure. Mask of Infinite Rage is okay. I do like the extra attack. We have chances to lose at least once more before we're at full heart, which isn't terrible. Turn 7 is interesting. So if we're going to turn 14 on average, we have 7 more. So again, it's 3 treasures. Do I want 3 random treasures over either of these? I think the answer is no. And actually, I think I want to take Aphrodite's Tear. I rarely take this card, but I think that I just need stats right now. And unfortunately, I'm casting so many spells that, like, I'm not actually able to fully utilize. That's a good one. Alright, so we'll do +6/+1 to the entire team. So Aphrodite's Tear is going to help us so when we do take a character, it's at least a little bigger. Plumerant must have found themselves a Lich's Heart. Oh, full heart damage because the fill. Okay, Little Genie, perfect timing because of Lost in the Woods. She buffs your... Oh, random character. I was thinking of Merrily. Okay, so my trick chat, if I cast Huff and Puff, is I look at my board and I see how many things it could kill. Sorry, knockout. If it can knock out enough things, I try to take it. Especially at +9/+4, it's going to be tight. I think my opponents are probably going to have enough stats that it's not going to kill their thing. But it's a close one. Okay, so Silvery Moon is the cast here. I think I'm going to put it on Puxatawny Phil, and I'll tell you why. I think that I want to make sure that I find rare treasures as often as possible right now, because I need to find that Mushroom Ring to make the Chaos cast a random spell every turn, which, again, I think it becomes very powerful. Also, he doesn't have a recruit ability like Chaos or Panshadow, and I don't necessarily need to have Morgan just be even bigger. She's already pretty big. Having more attack on Punxsutawney Phil 2 is nice because it just makes their attacks into him even more devastating. Though, no attacks into him this time, but... Oh, summon into summon, that might get us. No, okay. Whew. Summons into summons always scare me. Okay, so I sort of want to cast Lost in the Woods here. But... Pisces is pretty good because it's going to increase my buff here. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. We're going to buff first slot. The other futuristic is Huff tends to only work on turn 7, which makes it even simpler. Yeah, that's a good call out. Okay, we're going to take half heart damage, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, I'm just going to get the silver out of the way. We still don't have all of our things for this. This is decent, though, because it affects all 3 of our characters, and it's permanent. Sorcerer's Mop could be a good payoff here, especially as that fill gets bigger. And guaranteed, even if we lose, we can't lose full heart this round, which is nice. So not too big a deal to lose that fight. We also get another treasure, so we have to figure out what we want here. I like Gingerbread Oven because it's going to probably grow Sorcerer's Mop. Bunyan's Axe probably will as well. It'll grow it a bunch. And Morgan's our biggest and in the front. I think we take the Bunyan's Axe. The KO Star is decent if we had a lot of villains, but we only have 2 currently. And I'm probably at the point now where I can't hold on to Chaos anymore. I have to just, like, ship him. I think I take the Merlin over the Chaos. We've done enough digging for that. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay, we're going to double the Sorcerer's Mop lane. Still, it's smaller than these 3, so it should grow from the Bunyan's Axe. Let's not take full heart damage. Getting our Fill the Never trigger is brutal, and we are done. No! Yeah, most I feel like we just ran out of steam there. We were doing pretty good early on, but then we just never ended up with silvers and golds like we needed to, and we never found the treasures we needed to. But 4th place, it happens. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick async run while y'all are finishing that lobby, which I assume will be pretty quickly. Oh, there's Merrily. We'll play a run with Merrily. So I have to remember what Merrily does. Merrily says the leftmost character in your shop gets +1/+1 when you cast a spell. Improve this buff. Okay, so I think for the first 2 shops, we're kind of like take the guy in the left slot. Okay, my rearranging didn't matter. Because until we get spells, it doesn't particularly matter. And free stats are free stats. Obviously, we take the silvers when we can. I'm not a big fan of wind-up toys, so I will take the fates. I don't really necessarily want to buff many of my things, so I'm just going to take the Jill Sunshine. I like the attack better than Frost, even with the extra stat buff. We kind of want to start casting spells here. Foul Witch is fine. We have 2 animals. I'm actually going to flip these. We, in theory, could have hunted the picks off the board, but not too big a deal. Okay, so we really want to get Gel Stepsisters here. The reasoning for me to really take this here, and I'll probably take it over that, is we really want to find Lost in the Woods. If we find Lost in the Woods, it really helps us cast a free spell literally every turn to make this buff insane. You Meet in a Tavern is another sort of free spell, which is also good to take. I'm going to replace the Puss in Boots. I'm going to move Symmetry here. That means it's going to buff the power up to 12. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift it over. And we're going to keep doing that to increase its stats and play with it. Well, no Lost in the Woods, but the wands are fine. So we'll take the Wand of Anger. I think we just want to keep on this track of buffing our shop. So Eclipse is a decent draw, so we at least are getting stats there. Barely missed on the hunt there, which is a shame. We'll probably take Davy Jones here. Fates is great. I guess we'll be TLKing this Davy Jones because I'd rather have an epic than a rare. Magnificent. Free Lost in the Woods, that's great. I'm just going to take the two-headed wizard here. I think I'm going to try to grow this. That is a good question. The lore behind Marilee's name. We actually haven't written too much lore about Marilee yet. I plan to do that here the next month or so. So TBD on Marilee's name. She just looks so sweet. I think we've had this card named for a while. We just didn't have a mechanic assigned to her. Ooh, I love this piece of candy. Ogre Magi. I guess we'll hunt like this. Alright, we got kind of a magey board going on here. And we got our hunt. Good job, us. Just gonna pack a peck of peppers on Ogre Magi. Yeah. Perfect. You meet in a tavern, free spell. I think Stinky's better than that at this point, so I'm going to swap there. We're up to 8. Which is a pretty sizable buff. Okay. Ooh, I probably should have taken Flopsy, if I'm being totally honest. I'm gonna take the Oberon here because I really want to start getting these hunts on Ogre Magi. Would love to find a warp drive as well, making sure I always get to attack first. Okay, clean draw there. That's okay. 3 bags full is decent. Lost in the Woods. Lost in the Woods. No! Masterwork Scroll is fine though, because we're going to be casting lots of spells. It's a good example. Another free spell. I like me a Captain Hook, but I don't think he's good enough for what we need to be doing right now. Perfect. More hunting for Ogre Magi. Oh no, we're going to lose our half heart there. Alright, keep going. Fires of Ares, that's an okay spell. Again, I like slot buffs. Those are pretty good. Same thing here, another slot buff. Okay, we're gonna Gold Thorn here because we want to find. We still bricked on it. Man, we are unlucky today, chat. Unlucky. Looks like we're gonna be losing full heart damage here. Again, this is where sometimes these spell runs start to run out of steam because they just can't quite keep up. This could find a Lich King's Heart, which is probably worthwhile. Merlin's Pointy Hat is not bad. We have Treasure Hoard, so I think the Speltanica should be insane. Yeah, look at that big stat buff to all of our villains. Okay, that should buy us a turn or two. Although hunting into fills always hurts. Uh-oh. Okay, only half heart. Okay, well, Huffpuff is free. I don't think it's going to actually do much, though. But free spells are free spells. Getting a little unlucky overall. I almost wonder if I'm supposed to take this and replace the Oberon. Let's see, it'll get another Treasure Hoard, so it'll be Treasure Hoard 3, which includes all of our spells. Now I'm just gonna keep casting. What big teeth there on my Ogre Magi? Look at him. He's got all those big teeth. Woo. Opponent's board is real big. Don't think we're gonna get there, chat. Bummer. Well, we got third place on that run. All right. I assume that other lobby finished, so we'll just jump right into that. Host a new one. Always remember to hydrate, chat. All right, KXTU. I'll catch up here on some of the chat here. Did the treasure / universal deck list get discussed in this stream? Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you were asking for. The treasure / universal deck list. I'll come back to that. Was mentioning it's gotcha. Okay, yeah. I mean, we have lots of internal opinions. Obviously, we want to make people try more new things. So far, I get it. My personal opinion on it, it's not too big a problem. Like, I sometimes force myself out of my comfort zone to make sure we have different deck lists. I agree the treasure stuff is very strong. Things are going to shift up a lot as we get more cards and captains added too. Specifically, set 2 has some very focused captains. That'll be very interesting and fun. Really excited for once we get to start showing those off. Excuse me. We got 2 slots left for KXTU for our lobby. Feel free to jump in if you guys want to jump in. We'll probably fire here in about a minute or so. If you're on your way, feel free to post in the chat and then I'll wait for you. But otherwise, we got two spots left. But yeah, I do know our design team works hard, and they analyze things to see how often people are building decks in certain ways and things of that nature, just to see what they might need to do to tweak. There's lots of balance changes that always tend to happen. But so far I haven't heard too much internal discussion about that particular topic. So all right, we're going to fire here with 5. We got Hazard, Sunny Ray, Plumerant, myself, and Shishimi. Yeah, one thing I'm excited for as we get more and more captains is it just lets us open the design space a little bit. There is a little bit of a game theory where our first early captains really need to show people the early mechanics and are, for lack of a better word, they're simple. Like, take Jack Sparrow, which, speaking of which, for example, you take a mechanic, we say we're going to double its ability, right? That's a pretty easy thing for players to grasp as the game is brand new. As time goes on, we're going to be able to add more and more complex mechanics like Lightning Thief, like Charon, like things like that people are going to be a little bit more understanding of all the other abilities and how they interact with each other. I'm a big fan of this Mother's Day skin that we had for Athena. I'm a big fan of Athena in general, but I'm gonna take my boy Jack here. Let's see if we can get some Hercules gaming in here. Big boy Herc. Like an itsy bitsy spider. And Puss in Boots, that's a hunt. Can we join the evil Discord with you guys as long as we wear mustaches? Mustaches and goatees? Perfect. Evil twin Zack can join, yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm excited to see what everyone is cooking up when we start to get to implementing more competitive events and things. I was a competitive Magic player for a good number of years, and I'm a sucker for good competition. So I'll be interested to see what people do, as I think that competition really brings out the best in people when it comes to innovation. Right now, a lot of us are just we just have fun as the game progresses on. Yeah, I'm super excited for Edge of Eternities. I like what they're doing a lot. All right, we get to complete a quest and Golden, our evil stepmother. Might say she is the evilest. Well, bounty contract seems like a must on Jack. I think I'll take the Captain's Cutlass. It's not necessary to have Captain's Cutlass because we're already pretty big in our slot 1, but I like guaranteeing that whatever we want to hunt in slot 1 is going to hunt multiple times. Yeah, take it easy, Shimi. Thank you for playing games. We're going to keep trying to be back. I'll see what we're doing for our schedule for next week. Again, we're all pretty busy as we have Gen Con coming up. And we're working on a bunch of different things like the Steam release, which is going to be coming out soon. And a bunch of other things. But yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. We'll see who's end up be streaming for next week. Again, next week we'll be in Gen Con. I will not be streaming next week because I will be actually in Indianapolis on Tuesday helping get set up for the event. Should be a blast. I kind of wanted to take Chameleon there, but I really want to try to get my silvers and golds while I can. One thing that happens is that the later you get in turns, the less likely you are to find commons. So getting them to silver and gold early is kind of nice if you want to make sure you get those treasures. And I do kind of want to get a healthy modicum of treasures up. I think I'm going to take the Shanty over the Pirate. Getting the slot buffs is really nice, but because I already have Billy Bones in slot 1, I think I'm going to take the Shanty in slot 2, and we're going to just try to make our shop really big. Oof. Lost a full heart there. That's tough. Okay, I think we're too late for Plunder Penny, as much as I like her. I will take the Boon Willow, though. Giving that extra buff is going to be nice. It's just mostly free. The other reason I'm taking Boon Willow there is because it's going to help us eventually get all of our slots buffed for Shipshape Inspector. I don't anticipate I'm going to hold onto Boon Willow here for too long. One thing I really like about Charon as a new captain, because this is related, is that it also changes up the way I play a lot. A lot of times I'm recruiting gold characters to my board that I wouldn't otherwise want on the board. I just put them in the bank or wherever. And I'm doing that specifically so then I can replace them and make his buff bigger, which has been fun. Davy Jones is really good. So is... I could just get the silver punching bag. I think I'll just get the silver punching bag. Navi is free. There's our Shipshape Inspector if we want to take it now. I think we will because this buff isn't that big. And then now we can just like, if we find a Down Came the Rain or something of that nature or a Mother Bear, we can easily take and quickly fill out these slots. I'll also probably prioritize Davy Jones if it comes back around. Alrighty. Got that. Sparkles is probably better than Navi. I actually kind of just want... I think I'm just going to Lightning Bolt here, actually. Just take the free KO. Ooh. So I normally want this. Because I like silvers more shops, but... getting the Francis Drake rolling is pretty good. And we're gonna have this Billy Bones probably get replaced here soon too, because he is starting to outstay his welcome. Again, we're hitting that point in the mid game, turn 7, 8, 9, where we really need to like find something busted to be doing. And really, it's kind of survive until we can try to get to Herc and Blackbeard and things like that. But in order to do that, we probably want as many extra shops as possible. So like Lost in the Woods here off of Sir Francis Drake would be really good. Good shout out to everybody for coming and joining us on our dev stream for Tuesday. It's great to have y'all here watching. Watching and playing. Alright, so we got Worn Shield and Drafty Window. Lost half a heart. Not the end of the world. Blackbeard's Parrot is pretty good. We're going to have it replace Billy Bones. The other thing with Blackbeard's Parrot is that things like Francis Drake are already a pirate. So getting to double those slot buffs is going to be pretty big. Well, Billy Bones is back and bigger. So now we get to replace Navi with him. Interesting. I kind of want to replace our Ship Shape Inspector because, again, we still need to find a way to buff all of our slots. I guess I could do Pirate. Chameleon is pretty good. One rarity higher means it's going to get... I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. This is a gamble. We might lose our heart off of this. You know what? I'm a coward. I'm a coward, everyone. Call me the lion. I'm going to try to keep myself alive as best as possible here. Hopefully this Karma Chameleon still hunts. That would be great. Uh-oh, summons. Okay, buried treasure. Oh, that's good with Bo Peep Crook. Nope, Karma Chameleon's not gonna hunt, but we are gonna win this fight. So that is acceptable. Acceptable. Okay, through the looking glass. Yeah, we're just gonna go get ourselves. Yeah, we're not really a summoner board, are we? Okay, we'll replace the legend we just got with this. That's okay. Yeah, Starlight's run out. Our luck is wearing thin. We're gonna get our final treasure off of this, which is gonna be good. That's very good. Oh, a hunt treasure off of man. And we got to complete our things now. That just everything is coming up roses. Okay, we're cooking again. We're cooking. I think we're just taking Energizer here too. I probably should have doubled, but you know. We haven't cast very many spells. This is just already bigger than that, so we'll do that. Now, we're not going to get anything extra from Sir Francis Drake. He's already given us everything we need, but he's just a very large-statted monster right now, and we're currently buffing our slots. 17 off of the Maximus, Sword of Maximus, and then another 3, or sorry, my bad. It's 34. I can do math on stream. It's 34 off of Mercy. It's 6 off of Blackbeard's Parrot, and then he gets an additional 2 off of our own, or no, additional 6 off of the bounty. That's a lot of stats. A lot of stats. Everyone wants to try to do that off of memory. Yeah, so we're going to do 6 here, 34 here, so that's 40 plus 6, so 46 stat increase every time he hunts. Oh, man. Wow. Look at this Hades board. Look at this Hades board. What is going on? Oh, my goodness. We are getting wrecked by a bot. Oh, no. Sure, I'll take the pixie dust. Not a good sign, chat. Oh, Sunny Ray. Yeah, okay. Sunny, you are beating us. I guess it wasn't the async board. I think that's actually our player. Interesting that it showed Hades once it was in the fight. Yeah, I think Sunny's gonna bury us good. So we're fighting for second place, Hazard. I love Hades. I'm a sucker for dogs, so love the Cerberus. Okay. Ship on the ship with Anubis. Oh god. I just have to hope my things are big enough. Okay. Alright. So many summons! So many summons! Wow! Wow! I'm shocked. Shocked we got there. So the problem is now I'm in the finals. I don't think it's going to be good enough to get there, but we're certainly going to try. Well, let's dig for another captain. Maybe another captain will help us. Nope. All right, we'll take the Electrake. Let's give our things a little bit bigger. And we'll face our doom. Oh, your board is so massive. GG Hazard, GG Sunny. Wow, 5 hearts. You cooked us good, Sunny. Yeah, seems good. Good, Sunny. Oh, what a game! What a game! All right, let's do like one more if it's a long one, 2 more if it's short. Next lobby is UYFK. I won't try to make that into a word because nope, can't get me. Welcome, Hazard. Four slots left for UYFK. And worst case, we'll fire in about 2 minutes. Again, if you're on your way and you're not sure if you get there on time, feel free to pop in the chat. I'm on my way, and I will wait for you. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today on our Tuesday dev streams. We try to do this every Tuesday. As allowed, we are a small team of like 9 people, so sometimes we're all on vacation or we're all working. Got a lot of things coming down the pipeline, so we appreciate it when you guys can come and hang out with us and play. We're definitely a company of gamers, and we just cannot help ourselves. We love to play our games with each other and with the chat and with all of our community. If you want to come play games with us live, we will be at Gen Con next week. So come by and say hi. We'll be in the event hall. Our booth is always right next to the exhibition hall in the event hall, so it's like you head towards the back, you'll see us. We'll be there. If you were there last year, we are in the same spot, except we have both booths now, not just the skinny booth. So should be a lot of fun. Again, the placemat, Parney, myself, Yuck will all be there. So come by, say hello. We'll shake hands. We'll hand out some goodies. It'll be a good time. All right, we got one more minute. Got 3 slots left here for UYFK lobby. Alrighty, I think that 1 minute has passed. Let's get this thing underway. Got Sunny and Hazard. We're going to do this again. Oh, if I get it. There it is. Alright, Wizard Headmaster, Witches 3, and Chief Evil Officer. I think I'll take the Wizard Headmaster. I like the spell builds. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, seems like a good enough deck. In the spell power deck. Ooh. Look at all these fancy things. You know what? I like all these things. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna buy this theme deck here and I'll play with that. The old spell power theme deck. Flopsy's a card I gotta start playing with a lot more. I feel like every time I end up getting Flopsy, I have a really good game. Because it's a pretty easy thing to buff, and if you get even just a few turns with it, it gets very good. All right. Yeah, we'll get the Evil Stepmother. Again, our goal here will be to try to find True Love's Kiss, or not True Love's Kiss, sorry, a Lost in the Woods, similar things. As that'll let us cast free spells every turn, quickly getting to our legendary free wizards. This is a good sequence. Double commons. Okay, Masterwork Scroll is fine because we're going to be casting spells at some point. No TLK or no Lost in the Woods yet. So oof, Hazard. Already starting off with a very large board. Okay, love me some chaos. Let's get these things buffed up. Interesting. I think I'm supposed to, because I'm one away. I just cast another presence. Oh, a chaos? Excellent. All right, I think I'm going to lean into this Jack here. Okay, you meet in a tavern's another free spell. Minotaur is decent. Oh, didn't get a chance to switch at the time. I think we're doing good at popping off pretty strong here. Yeah, this will give me my rare mage. Sure, I'll get a silver Minotaur. Calypso is nice. Mages and pirates. Mages and pirates. So Jack isn't Jack in the Box is not a pirate. The box is not the pirate, but the Jack is. Sure, we'll place that there. How much of this is that buff? Okay, we'll do that. Again, I'm gonna hold on to this chaos for a little bit. Really try to want to find a mushroom ring for it. That's one of those combos that like probably isn't something I should be really gunning towards, but man, it feels good. Okay, we'll just get this silver. I'm gonna make chaos a little bigger here. Just want to make sure my sure. I kind of wanted it down the rain to get all those slot buffs, but this is good because that means Cowardly Lion could find the mushroom ring. And like Minotaur could find it, Chaos could find it, so we're doing okay. Perfect. Cowardly Lion gets to go off. Huh. So Timeline Duplicator. We get even more mages, which is fun, but I don't know if it's necessarily good. Golden Fountain just means we get to get more treasures, or Co-Captain's Corsair. So I don't mind Co-Captain's Corsair here. We were talking about it in Yuck's stream earlier, about how often you feel like you're going to take it. I don't hate it here because eventually my captain's going to run out of his abilities. So it gives me kind of another captain to lean into and do stuff with, which is not terrible. That said, I think I'm going to take the Golden Fountain because we have a lot of silvers. I feel like we're going to get some more treasures, and then this will let me start to really pop off. Yep, we'll take the two-headed wizard. Double Lost in the Woods is perfect. That's what we want. Yeah, and an Iron Cast Dragon. Awesome. Okay. So, we're probably taking the Encyclopedia Speltanica, because that lets our dragons be good. Buffs from Fays. We don't have any Fays at the moment, but I think it's better than Piping Hot Pie. So I'll take the Pixie Dust. Okay, no characters I want to take there, but Down Came the Rain is a decent spell. It does mean that we're also only 2 slots away in case we come on Shipshape Inspector. Unfortunately, because of Potion Treasure finding, Shipshape Inspector can't find us Mushroom Ring anymore. I'm also like probably bailing on Chaos in this next shop or two, because we're just at that stage of the game. Okay, I like the Silvery Moon on Iron Cast Dragon. Let's just keep getting our common treasures where we can get them. Okay, you meet in a tavern. Yeah, so this is better than Chaos, I think. We do have a summoner. Okay. Is it better than Calypso? No, I think it's better than the two-headed wizard, though. Alrighty. Yeah. Kicking pretty good there. So the downside here is I do want to buff the Sorcerer's Mob, but I need to keep getting our common treasures. Again, really want to find... this is essentially the same, so I might as well cast the spell, I think. I'm going to cast the spell. We really want to find our breadcrumbs. I think once we find breadcrumbs, then we're not as keen to be getting our common treasures here. The lucky chest is nice, though. And again, we're at full hearts here, so we're all locked up at the top. So if we lose a fight or two because we're being a little greedy looking for stuff, that's okay. We're not doing that yet. Ooh, okay. So Eureka's pretty good because it's a free shop. TLK. Is there anything I want to TLK? I could TLK the Sorcerer's Mob. Try to get a random Seeker Rare. I think I'm just supposed to Eureka the Iron Cast Dragon, though. So Bahamut is very large. This gives my spells an additional 4/4 for the rest of the game. I kind of want that. So we're going to take that. Because we're probably going to play like at least 3 more turns. Okay, none of those are good, so I'm gonna shrink T. Oh, okay. So we're both full-hearted up. It's quite literally almost to a T. We're gonna have 3 turns here. Either we're gonna win or lose 3 times in a row. Was not expecting to be in the finals already, so I got kind of punished for that. Do I want 7/7? Or potential for 14-14. I think I want the potential for 14-14. This is dangerous, though. I don't think we're going to get enough to overcome Hazard here. Our great Dungeon Master. I'm happy to say I'm the one who came up with the name for this. Not that anybody on the team needs extra credit, but I came up with the name for this skin. With some minor tweaks. It's our total party knockout. TPKO. Yeah, we ended up on very similar builds here, and yours is just popping off just harder than mine. I should have moved that over, but that's fine. Well, probably got second. That's pretty decent for this run. Ooh, Snapping Hydra. Yeah, that's gonna... Ooh, thankfully you yoinked the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. Your board is just very, very large. GG Hazard, you got me. Alrighty, guys. Thank you all for joining the dev stream this week. Again, we'll be trying to back every Tuesday. Keep an eye out in the Discord. I'll make an announcement there once we kind of know who's going live for next week. Again, we're going to be at Gen Con next week. Thursday through Sunday. We'll be there all 4 days. Should be a blast. Come find us in the event hall. We'll be right between the event hall and the exhibition hall, right where all the booths are at. So come by, say hi. We'll have some token handouts and things. It'll be a lot of fun. You get to meet the placemat. You get to meet Parney. You get to meet Yuck. You get to meet myself. It's going to be a great, great time. But yeah, otherwise, thank you all for joining us. Have a great, wonderful day.